Radio Energy, broadcasting to you live. Go to radioenerg.net.
A few big deals, but if you compare it to China, it suddenly becomes a lot less insignificant. So a couple of days ago, we had Jackson Martinez, the Atletico Madrid striker, formerly of Porto.
He was
He moved to Atletico for it was a lot of money just this summer, wasn't it? I think it might have been around 30 million.
I'll go check, but
Yeah,
I think it was more than that.
He didn't make the biggest of impacts in Spain, only scoring a few league goals, but he's now moved to Guangzhou Evergrande of China for £31 million. That broke the Chinese transfer record only for yesterday. It was broken again. Alex Teixeira, who was being chased by Liverpool, he completed the move from Shakhtar Donetsk to Jiangsu Suning for £38.4 million. That's the same team that Ramirez moved from Chelsea only a couple of weeks ago for, I think it was around 25 million.
It was 24.8 million. He moved to
Right, yeah.
what do you call him?
From Porto to
Atleti. So Atleti have made a profit off him, but it's controversial.
So we mentioned China last week, but a lot has happened since.
So they signed, I think, the biggest players we've had them sign is Ramirez, Gervinho, Freddy Guarín, Jackson Martinez, and now Alex Teixeira.
Yeah. So I mean, the window in China hasn't even closed yet. It's open until the 26th of February, so there's a lot more time for these clubs to spend huge fees on these players. The spending so far has come to almost £200 million, and it's a really interesting development in world football as China attempts through buying these players to become a real world power. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's difficult to say what they're maybe trying to prove in China. Like, if they maybe want to try maybe compete with, like, say, the Premier League and say, like, oh, we can have the world class players in our league and we can just be just as exciting. But money, football in recent years has become a lot about money and making these transfers. But at the same time, it's not a good move for the career. I reckon they'll probably still stay in the national team, but they're going to have to kind of maybe prove themselves with Martinez and Guarín. They had a really good chance of getting the Colombian team, and now I think they might have blown their chances by making these money moves. Yeah,
it's perhaps easy to see how China are buying these players. Obviously, they have a lot of money, these clubs, but perhaps a bit more difficult to understand is why they're spending all this money instead of maybe trying to promote their own brand of football and trying to become a world power that way. Instead, they're sort of buying these players in for huge fees, and it's difficult to see really why they're doing it. But we'll keep an eye on China. We'll become regular followers of Guangzhou Evergrande.
Radio Energy, broadcasting to you live. Go to radioenerg.net.